So, how to play Yodo, guys. One of the worst cruisers on tier 10. Well, there's still Kitakami, to be fair. So, it always goes worse. But yeah, how to play the ship. Basically, you have a very, very long light cruiser, which is huge. This thing is really big, actually. It's also pretty fat, so you will eat a lot of full pen damage. It is rather squishy. It has the most main guns in the game. 18. Sounds cool, I know it, but it's kind of a noob trap because the guns are not that good. The HE is alright, the alpha, but the guns tend to be very, very floaty, and at longer ranges, they're beyond slow. So you kind of use them to farm fires and so on. But the main gimmick about this ship was always the torpedoes, according to Wargaming. It gets 8 torpedoes per side, 15 km range, with 27,000 damage with this build, and 63 knots. Now the problem is, Wargaming said this is the main gimmick about the ship, and they gave it these torpedoes, which look on paper amazing, because 15 km range and insanely amount of damage. The problem is, these torpedoes are spotted from the moon. So even if you don't have a high...
_guy just resubbed for 26 months.
Even if you are...
people smile.
Even if you are a BB, unless you are not really perfectly caught in the turn, you have a lot of reaction time to pretty much ignore most of them torpedoes, and maybe as a BB eat one. As a cruiser you can usually dodge it, unless you're really caught in the turn. Like, the detection of these torpedoes is absolutely atrocious and very, very bad. So you have to get kind of lucky that you catch people in the turn with it, or at point blank range, but then you risk of getting annihilated because your ship, as I said, is very squishy. The AA is okay, although you know my standpoint when it comes to AA and planes in this game. And one more thing that's worth noting, which is also a bad thing, the turrets are made out of paper. If the Ds hit you with HE, like the smallest calibers of HE can already disable your turrets, so you tend to lose your turrets quite often, even if you put on this thing on the first slot. So how do you play the ship? In all fairness, you play it very, very defensive. You don't really have the biggest options to play it aggressive, because again, you're really big, you're extremely squishy. Your main guns, you really rely on fires, that's it, and landing those volleys with the 30 mil pen on, especially on cruisers. On BBs, you kind of have to aim always on the superstructure. And with the torpedoes, what you can do is, since your reload is pretty good, you can launch them already at the beginning into caps and hope, like legit hope for that lucky punch on the destroyer. But again, if it's a more competent captain when it comes to DDs, or at least somebody who knows about WASD, he should usually not eat these torpedoes. Like, if you are wondering which cruiser lines you should go on a Japanese line, go with the Zao. It's a straight up better ship in pretty much any regard. The torpedoes are better, they have less range, but they are a bit better, even though they also have quite high detection because Japanese torpedoes. But at least the detection is not as atrocious. You also have better main guns, and you have also overall a better ship. Alternatively, there's also Yoshino, which is also just a straight up better ship if you look for coal. So yeah, it's really not a good ship, unfortunately. In my opinion, they could fix the ship in two ways. They could give it faster shell speed, so it's more rewarding to play with these guns. Or alternatively, give the torpedoes a bit better detection, so they're more usable and not just this thing where you hope for a brain dead person to eat them. Against submarines, it's pretty good. You have submarine surveillance. And again, on long range, when you have BBs that just go in straight lines, it can also rack up some damage numbers, to be fair. Like this line, for example, we can farm down pretty decently here, as long as we have the spot. Because he's not really maneuvering a lot. So you will get some nice salvos on him. But yeah, everything I can do here, I could do with a Zao pretty much better. Not to mention that the AP is also very bad on the ship. Meanwhile, Zao AP is actually pretty underrated. Might get a torpedo hit on the Osborne, but I have my doubts. Also, again, I would love to play kind of aggressive here. Against the line, we can possibly even do it, but yeah, we're gonna go up a bit. We're gonna try. Why not? It's at least targets I can deal with. Like the Charles, as long as you don't show broadside, we can farm down quite decently, especially in closer ranges. We'll go for it. My team is doing pretty good at A-cap right now. The game is also going heavily one-sided right now, so we want to maximize our damage output. Fire chance is 13%, which is not bad at all, considering the gun volume and reload. We did get very lucky when it comes to fire RNG here though. Don't expect to get that many fires with this low amount of hits usually. In fact, I will most likely stay, as long as we're not at like point blank range, I'm gonna stay with HG. It's just more consistent on this thing. Like the AP is really, really bad on the ship. I'm gonna launch already torpedoes in case he makes it away or we see Osborne. And now look at the juicy 30mm pen if we hit him. Oh, you also have to show a lot of broadside to use all 18 guns, so you most of the time will rather use 15. Good, there we have a double permafire, nice. Good, we also got a torpedo. There's the line. There's one of the turrets gone. You will see that a lot, by the way. Mostly by DDs though, because they can spam faster. There's the line. Good, we know exactly where he is now. I mean, I knew it when he shot me, but you get the point. We have Hydra running for Osborne. He's still sitting in that smoke screen, by the way. It's Osborne's concealment. 6.2, okay. The line is turning in here, so we prepare already our torpedoes. Osborne left the cap. Okay, we're gonna use one heal here. One thing that's pretty good though about the ship, I did not mention it, is the HP pool. The HP pool is pretty good, especially for a light cruiser. But you kind of need it because, again, this thing is massive. Gonna also launch the torpedoes against Edinburgh here. We might actually hit the Osborne. Actually. Torpedo tube gone! How rude. That was a very poor decision by this guy. He might actually be dead because volume of fire. Yep. Like if you catch somebody staying stationary, you can smash them pretty hard with this ship. Because you have the volume of fire again. Like on DDs. Okay, that's a double fire, nice. Man, our fire RNG is really, really good right now. We're getting exceptionally lucky with it. We're gonna land a torpedo on the Eden? No. Does Osborne have torpedo range on me? He might actually. Completely forgot about his torps. Oh, he didn't have the range, they stopped. Unfortunate, man. Unfortunate, there could have been like 25k damage on me. So we're gonna quickly finish the Eden here. We're gonna keep the island between me and the lines, so we're not getting smashed. And once the Eden is dead, the game is over anyway here. Eden is dead, and the game is over. Ending up with 100k. 2 kills. We're gonna go for another one because this was very one-sided. But as you can see, it can work, but everything I could have done here, I could have pretty much done better with Zhao. Not to mention that we could have farmed down the line better. And we also had a very lucky moment here, since we didn't have to deal with 30mm overmatch on our flank. Which is also a big thing. Like, if that line would have been, for example, the Kremlin, there would have been no way we could have pushed this up this early, especially if he supports his team better. So we got very lucky in the matchmaking department there as well. Good, we're up for the second match though. Going in with it again. This time we're gonna help at A-cap. Cosmos, we're gonna ruffle it after this game. Double submarine, 2 DDs, lots of cruisers. This is also a pretty good matchmaking for us because we don't really have to deal with a carrier. And there's not too many DDs. We have to mainly watch out about Incop here and Kremlin because they ignore our armor completely. And obviously to not get side-shotted by Bourgogne or run into a Schlieffen, which also farms us down with the secondaries. So again, just like earlier, we're gonna play it safe up until the moment where we see an opportunity where we can play it more aggressive. Supporting our U and our Holland now, I'm gonna go a bit on the outside here. But again, we're gonna keep ourselves on the back for now. Once my torpedoes are reloaded, I'm instantly gonna launch them into the cap, because again, there's nothing better you can do with them at the beginning anyway, and since they reload rather fast, you can use them already. So let's go. But again, also one thing very nice, since we have 2 submarines here, we do have submarine surveillance with 7 km range, which is fairly nice against submarines. And we do have also air SW. Plus, if the submarines go up, the 18 HE shells can be pretty nice as well. So when it comes to submarine combat, this is a pretty good cruiser. But again, Zhao also has submarine surveillance, and so does Cerberus and so on. Venezia as well, I think, yeah. Really, one of the biggest drawbacks I really think is this thing is too big. If it would be smaller, more nimble, I could see it more, but yeah. You know what? Just for fun and giggles, I exactly shoot where the ping is. Probably not gonna hit him, but hey. We do cover quite a big area though. In all fairness. There's also DD in the cap because I'm Oh, actually it was something. Okay. Good, as long as he's above the water, we can shoot him. We gotta watch out about the Kremlin shells here. Got a very good hit on the submarine, to be honest. Let's see if he's maybe gonna be again on periscope. We'll find if he's on periscope out. So no, he's deep water. Okay. Good, for whatever reason the submarine is not killing the fire. No idea why, to be honest. Gonna turn in here again. Sorry for the blue lining. Got a really strong salvo on that submarine, to be honest. Good. Oh, Des Moines is doing a mistake against us. There's one good advantage about these floaty arcs, and that's this moment here. We can lob that and actually smash the Des Moines player. And force him out of that position rather quickly. What looks like both submarines are here, unless there was Belau again. No, actually it's Belau. Submarine has been spotted in the north. Good. Dodge that Kremlin salvo for now. Our Hallam player is very questionable, to be honest. I don't know why he's not going deeper in. At least here, where he can't be shot by Des Moines. It's a bit of a shame. In this moment, Zhao would be cooler because we could hit the DD far easier. We did get a nice hit here. Very, very good. Gotta go close to the eyelids so the Schlieffen can't do something to me, nor the Moin. Keep spamming the torpedoes. Just keep spamming them. The thing with the torps is also that you not always need to hit them, but you can force people to go different routes with it. And force them, for example, to do a turn they shouldn't do. Not like that. Would have loved to gotten a hit here. Oh. The enemy below goes dark. We can now use our submarine surveillance. Keep him lit for our team. And our team can finish him off, hopefully. We're also gonna get a hit with our depth charge. Good. We got a flood. Bonnie already turning away. Then we go for Kremlin again. We should get a direct hit here now. Yep. Good. Submarine gone. Very, very good. Let's see. Again, we block him with our torpedo this entrance. Just keep launching them anyway. If we're not going close, we can launch them whenever we have them reloaded on certain parts of the map. Okay, we're getting raided by the Moin. That was a very, very good salvo on the Kremlin, to be honest. We landed all on the superstructure. Good, we forced the DCP. Borgonia shot at. There we go. Once showing broadside, Borgonia insta-sits me. He actually lopped over there. Came a bit of a surprise, but there is this hole, to be honest. Hindenburg also shooting me. The boys are angry. It's a fire that ticks now on the Kremlin, nice. We lost the turret again. That was a classic example of the Yodo turrets. Yeah. These turrets are really made out of plastic, no joke. It's crazy. And can you shoot something else? Come on, I'm not even a threat to you guys. I'm a Yodo. Look at that Hindenburg just aiming for me. Disgusting. Okay, we have 2 caps for now, 2 ships down on each side. We're not gonna open up on that daring, that's impossible to hit on that range. The Cyclone is kicking in, which is really bad for us, to be honest, because it's not really optimal for our play, because we want to stay at range and farm. But the Cyclone is just gonna cock us over now, because it means we need to go into 8 cam range within BBs and then we just get melted. Yeah, it is what it is. They're also running all the way now. So the game is pretty much over for us for at least the next 4 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on how long the Cyclone is. This is gonna be very annoying now. Hey Medicine Beer, welcome. So, yeah. I mean, we get a bit of damage on the Schlieffen still, but man, this is super sad now. It's over, guys, as we speak. I might be able to kill the Borgonia. He DCP'd if we get a permafire now. That could bring him to the bottom of the sea. Oh, there's a permafire. Big. And no fire prevention on the Borgonia. Well done, man. Good build. He has a heal. Of course, we don't hit the superstructure a single bit. Come on, that heal can't save him now. I mean, it's a Yodo. Of course the heal can save him. And there's the Cyclone. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Jump boat. So Borgoni lives, unfortunately. I can't even aim there anymore because Cyclone now. Hey. I mean, one good thing is we can deal with the submarine. One really good thing is we can deal with the submarine now in this time. And we can train our mini-maps shooting here, to be honest. That's also a thing we can do.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Don't know if he's under the water or not. No. Good. Doki. Then. If you have a cyclone like this, guys, just keep shooting. You have still the mini-map spot. So we're just gonna keep shooting here. Okay, Borgon is gonna be something that's actually very close. We're gonna go for another heal here as well. Burger has a reload booster, which is very annoying right now. Yodo is just squishy. He's gonna use this reload booster. Let me aim here. The Kremlin is gonna beach. The Kremlin gonna beach? Yeah, the Kremlin is gonna beach. It looks like he's gonna beach. There's no way he can make it there. Can you make the turn? Looks very, very weird on the minimap. He did make the turn. That's crazy. Thought he would legit beach there. Still running. Good, we need to go forward here. Honestly, I'm a bit sad about this game because this could have potentially been rather decent, but then the Cyclone kicked in and completely ruined it for us, to say the least. We still did fairly decent for the ship we are, I can't complain, but this game was really completely cocked for us by having the Cyclone now. Because it meant we lost all our opportunities to farm down opponents. Very, very unfortunate, to say the least. But hey, blind firing it is. Not like we have a big option here. I see ourselves having like 150, 160k and the third kill probably without a Cyclone, but we could never test it because, yeah, The weather forecast said no. Oh my goodness. But as you can see, if you play the ship rather safe, and you have to play it safe, you can still make it work, but I just really don't like it too much. I'd rather take Zhao. You're more nimble, you're smaller, you have better guns overall. But of course you can make it work in the end. Like any ship, even Kitakami and so on. Even though that's a ship I despise with everything. Yo, now you can see the amazing AP, guys. I don't even think we can Citadel at this range. We can try, let's see. Nope. The AP is so bad on this ship, it's not even funny anymore. He might sit us, yeah, we're showing too much broadside, yeah. Such a junk boat, it's crazy. Can we hit him here? No. We even go down, yeah. Absolute junk AP. This is why I don't even have expert loader on the ship. It's legit not worth it. If I would be at 2 km, I could probably Citadel him. But it just shows you. Like, we shatter on Yoshino at like, what, 8 km or something. It's just crazy. But anyway, game is over. Still an okay result considering we got really cocked over by the Cyclone here. Yes, we're gonna be on place 3, I presume. We have a high caliber in our team. What is he playing? Let's see. Let's see what he's playing. What was he playing? Yeah, we're place 3. Perfect. He was in the Schlieffen. Okay, GG. We ended up 3rd in the team. 2 kills. Death charge hit as well. If you look at the detailed report, you can see we destroyed the submarines pretty decently. Got some damage on the Kremlin, Yoshino, Bourgogne, and so on. Overall, you know my opinion now. You've seen some gameplay. You can make it work. Again, not really a good ship. If you'd have to choose between this and Zhao, I would personally recommend Zhao for the first grind when it comes to Japanese cruisers. But I hope you enjoyed this guide. You can see that even the worst ships in the game can be workable. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You're Trenlass and out. GG.